And hello, welcome back to the Japan Game Junk podcast. And today we're going to talk a bit about a store in Oyama City of Tochigi. I've been there before, even been to a hard off before, but this is a different one. This is the hard off that is located in the it's at Hanagaki, I believe, or Hanaina. I think Hanagaki, part of Oyama City in Tochigi Prefecture. This is the original hard off, the one that's been there the longest. If it's the one that also has 2 stories, if that helps. So things noticed on this day. First of all, what was very, very cute? A 1-up Mario mushroom shaped bento box. So if you're not familiar with bento, it's just a kind of a lunch box that has different segments in it to keep different parts of your meal. So you put all your rice in one and your vegetables in another, and you can put your cold and hot in different places and such. And it's just a cute way to carry around your meal. And here, a new one. It looks like it was originally a prize from a crane game, but still unused, new Super Mario Brothers 1-up mushroom lunchbox, 1,000 yen. It's very cute. And the ubiquitous Sega Saturn and Dreamcast steering wheels, sold off cheaply and hard off, still exists here. The Dreamcast one, boxed and in great condition for 2,000 yen. Still expensive for what it is. You can find it for 1,000 yen most places. There is a controller, which is the Beat Mania, the Dance Revolution style controller. It's the Super Deluxe one. It's the one that is actually, you can actually take it to a game center and plug it in, or you can use it for your home console, whatever. If you prefer the pad, if you like you can play at home and get used to it, and then, at the game center, it's like a different scenario when you're dancing on the hard glass. So, anyway, you can get one for 6,000 yen if you really want to have one. They had it there. The Thrustmaster T300RS GT edition seat with steering wheel and acceleration and brake pedals, like your super fancy car racing deal up there. Compatible with PC or with PS4 or PS3. And yeah, if you want to play the Gran Turismo or whatever, or some of your PC games realistically, you can buy this huge honking thing for 80,000 yen. Mortal Kombat for Mega Drive. And this is a very rare game in the fact that it has the MA13 on the front. So before many countries enacted their, their software ratings board to protect against the evils of violence or whatever, some companies would self-rank so that parents would not complain later on. They'd say, well, it says there it's for 13 and up, or it says it's for adults only, right? And that happened for a very, very short time, around the time of Mortal Kombat. So, Mortal Kombat here for Mega Drive, for the Japanese Mega Drive, of course, 10,000 yen for a nice copy in packaging. Dark Souls with Artorias of the Abyss edition, including the game itself, the complete guide, and the special map and CD soundtrack, all in a gift box, the special box. For Windows, 2,000 yen. Crystales, or is that Crystale? Crystales, I don't know. But the North American version of this game was only 1,500 yen new at the store. I guess because maybe they're stuck in the past and don't know that in modern systems, games will automatically be shown their localized version. Beat Mania for Wonder Swan, which includes the scratch controller you snap on the Wonder Swan. I loved this game. I got it back when I was a student in college, back in 2002, and I loved to play on it with the scratch controller there. And I sold it off before I moved back to the US, but I'm sure I have it now again. I've had it for a long time, I'm sure. I haven't played the Wonder Swan in years, but anyway, 8,000 yen for the full boxed version. Actually cheaper than most places now. And also cheaper than most places is the Game Boy Pocket camera. For 3,500 yen, it's not like the cheapest price, but this one includes the manual. And that's a hard thing to find, and even now the manual itself will be sold for a premium price in some places. They also had a bunch of 32X games, which are kind of hard to find these days, except you find the occasional one. But there was Virtua Racing Deluxe for $4,000, Star Wars Arcade for $5,000, Space Harrier $5,000, and Doom for $7,000. There was the DJ DAO Gamo 2 3DVX controller, which is the huge, Beatmania, whatever. It's play on what Konaste games, all the buttons on it for all of your rhythm game stuff. Just like it's in the arcade, but you can play it at home, hook it up to your PC. 40,000 yen for that. Game Boy Lights. The silver model is 14,800. The slightly rarer gold model, 200 yen more at 15,000 yen. No packaging, just the machine itself. And still don't have one of these. I'd rather get the Brazilian clone version if I can find it. Super 32X for your Mega Drive. All things included in the box. And it has a little bit of scratching, but it's actually very nice looking. And that's 40,000 yen. Wow. So there you go. That's a bit of a visit to this classic hard off where even 20 years ago, when I lived in, actually more than 20 years ago, or about 20 years ago, when I lived in Yuki City of Ibaraki, this was my closest hard off, and I would go there quite often. It was a fun store to visit, and it's still going strong these days. Book off first floor and hard off second floor. So, thanks so much for listening. Please have a wonderful day, and keep buying old stuff.